Dear God, I hope he knows better. Badoop. Oh, hello. How are you? How was jumping in a lake? Yeah. Why? Didn't feel like a jumping bean?
Lame.
No, you're not lame. You're the farthest thing from lame.
All right. Have you gone live already, or are you still?
Yes, I have just gone live. It just popped up on my stream, like that we have the build stuff.
There. No, I am doing the live thing too.
Man, I'm happy to get back to this guy.
I know. I've been staring at the box and been like, I want to finish this.
I know. I think it's today.
I don't know. I've got a lot of weapons to put together.
Well, yeah. The weapons, I think, are going to be the hard part for both of us, but... where did I leave
think
off?
both of our weapons are like multi
Multi-pieces.
pieces. What's up, dear?
It's basically done.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and turn that light on and shut the door all the way? Thank you. All right.
You're a miss.
Sorry.
Oh, you're
I'm
good.
sitting in front of the laundry room, so if you occasionally hear a laundry machine, that is my fault, and I apologize.
No fault at all.
Thank you. Yours is over there, dear. I mean, unless you want Coke. I thought you bought tea with this specific intent to not have as much sugar.
Been there, done that.
I don't know if he can quite hear you, but try again. Did you catch that?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
She says hi.
Hi, Steph.
He says hi. Yep. Got some feet and some legs. Just got to make some hips and some ankles. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I've still got one leg to really flesh out, and then the hips and the ankles.
I just started on the right leg. I finished the two pieces that are together last time. Also, new nippers.
Ooh, those do look so fancy and nice.
They're a lot sharper. Granted, they're new, so that's probably part of it. But they're smaller than the other ones I had. The one thing I need to figure out how to do properly is, well, take care of them in general, but like I have a metal file and I need
to sharpen them.
How to sharpen them, like how frequently do you do that? Like what's the correct way to do it? But no, just the dramatic difference between my old nippers and these ones is just incredible.
I'm looking forward to getting mine whenever they come in. What's up, C's? How you doing this fine? I was about to say Memorial Day. This fine Labor Day.
It's the Labor Day.
Yeah, I still have a pair of nippers coming, but I don't know if you heard last time. I have them. I did a pre-order.
Oh, they're part of one of your pre-orders. Yeah.
Yeah, from USA, so they're not
So
coming
they're stuck until
that releases fully. So
what did you pre-order?
the high grade Char Zaku that just was released, or just was I don't know if it was announced or put up on pre-order, because I've seen some reviewers have it already, so I figured it would have been sent out by now.
Because I saw an ad for a Char Zaku Hello Kitty combo, and I almost thought about getting it.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Like, I was like, this is dumb, but also this is the perfect antithesis to my entire collection that I almost need to have. Let's see, I haven't turned my music on yet, so let's take it.
Doing good. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully you're keeping drier than I am today. It has been raining since about 4 this morning, and it hasn't let up.
Oh.
And it's actually been like consistently thunderstorming too, which I actually really like. But if I go down, you'll know why.
Okay, I hope that's quiet enough.
Soba ate the Ethernet cable.
I mean, yeah.
No, he's been pretty good about not eating things like that. He just wants to chew all my cords and stuff. What are we at? We need
Yeah,
E36.
that's fine. That's what I'm getting. If anyone's in my chat and thinks my music is too loud, let me know.
You hear that? Pop into Ben's chat and tell him if his music's too loud if you feel like it. Oh god, my music just got shot up. I bumped the box. Soba!
I think it might be even just a bit too loud for me. Because if I turn it down too much more, I can't hear you. Turn my global volume down too much, I can't hear you.
That's why I like things that allow you to have your things broken up
There we go.
into different sliders.
Yeah, my I don't have my. I'm using my SteelSeries headset, but without the dongle, so I only have a single track right now.
Ah.
Which is fine. I don't always need.
Multiple tracks.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting shape.
You smell like perfume today. You smell nice and good, Mr. Cat. That's rare. It's kind of a mock soba can. Hey, don't eat that. It's kind of a little soba cam, little Gundam cam. This is C1, not E. What is? Oh, E is gonna be blue. That's why I'm not finding it.
Oh, I didn't plug my. I will be right back.
Oh. Does my friend exist? He should exist. He's there. Back now.
Got to plug my computer back into the wall.
Oh, that could have been bad.
Eventually, it would have been.
Just midstream. dies.
Ooh. Yep.
I don't. Oh, he's going Hyperboy now.
Has he got the zoomies?
Yep, I showed him some love, and now he's going crazy. Uh, 5 and 6. E. D. E. The one downside about building, I think building a frame that is named a color is like you automatically know what color you're going to be having the most runners of.
Yeah.
Can I do a reveal? I have revealed that this is a reveal.
What's a reveal?
Where you reveal your reveal that you're going to reveal.
When are you? Okay.
And I have revealed that there will be a reveal to reveal when I reveal it. I don't know what I'm revealing, but I will reveal
Let's say,
something.
What are you revealing?
The completed Astray Blue. I'm just nipping out pieces. He's already done. I'm just here cutting out random other bits of plastic.
Right.
There. But yeah, we started watching ReZero recently. And it's really good. Only downside has been Crunchyroll has been down like almost every day that we've been wanting to watch it for the last 3 days. So it was finally up today. We were like, oh my gosh, we are going to watch it because Ben said he's running late. And that's why we were watching it.
You're fine.
Another C's. I don't even know where he is anymore.
Oh, they just keep redeeming Soba?
Yeah.
Soba love?
Come here. Maybe if I drop something.
Oh, sorry. I tried to get to my mic in time, but I missed it.
Hi, buddy. They are so intent on me giving you love today. It's like you don't get enough already. Say hello to your mass-adoring fans.
There are quite a few of them, apparently.
Or just one. One really adoring fan. Yay! Yay! You can stay there as long as you don't eat the little Gundam parts. Which we all know will happen. Thank you, C's. How's your cat been doing? And yours, Ben. How's Dusty Boy?
He's doing alright. He's being a real picky eater.
Is he still snorting and sniffling?
He's been sneezing a little bit, but that's decreasing. But no, he's been he's being a troublemaker lately because he has been he's supposed to be on a urinary food diet.
Ugh.
And he refuses to eat anything we buy for him. And so we just bought, the only other thing that they could prescribe was Purina. And so I had to buy a whole case of Purina And I just wanted to buy 1 or 2 to see if he'd even eat it, but nope.
Oh yeah, I hate when they
decided he wants nothing to do with it. So we've gone through Hills, we've gone through Purina, and we've gone through, I think, Royal Canin was the other fancy brand. And
Oh wow.
He just wants nothing to do with all of them.
He knows. He knows you're trying to help him. He doesn't want that. Look who got a fancy new mat. I wish, Hero. I picked up a 3-pack of cheap plastic cutting boards at Meijer, and that's what we're using.
I mean, that's what I've got.
They work surprisingly well. I will say that. Like, I did not... No, Soba. I did not anticipate that they would, like, just hold this well. Purina isn't too bad. You had cats on the urinary problems. You can get a bag for like $8 on Amazon.
Well, we've been trying to go with the wet food, so we'll probably order dry food for him next. But the dry food we have that he really likes is a Origin brand. But they, of course, don't do urinary.
It's just so strange how that works, isn't it?
Well, I don't blame him. Like, you can only diversify so much.
Right.
Before it's trouble.
It's funny, we have Soba on the same brand of wet food as dry food. And he loves the wet food way more than his dry food. He will go out of his way to not eat the dry food, even if we mix them together.
Which Dusty will go out of his way to eat. Basically the opposite. If we put his dry food out, the Origin,
yeah,
will go out of his way to avoid the Origin, or to avoid the wet food and just only eat the dry food.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What a picky boy.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Let's see.
Oh yeah, see, I talked it over with my toaster. The toaster said it doesn't want to reveal itself. It's feeling crummy.
Oh boy. That was kind of bad there, buddy.
Yeah, was it? I thought it was pretty good.
It was like half baked.
I'll toast to that.
I tried really hard. Please give me at least a point.
I'll give you 2 points. Hashtag unsub. You know, fair.
Hashtag sub to unsub.
Yeah, hashtag sub to unsub.
Because I'd have to, because...
That would be kind of funny. Can my friend do a toaster reveal? Can he?
I mean, sure, just not on stream.
Will he? No.
I could reveal my toaster, but it is also very crummy.
I don't think people have, like, pretty toasters.
When you buy them, they are.
Oh, yeah, but then, you know, leave them in the box if you want it to stay looking pretty.
Exactly right.
Like Funko Pops, just leave them in the box. I never did that. Alright, so this is...
Oh, I'm on the back. I'm like, this doesn't line up. Where is this going? That's
E19 and 20 and 17.
Oh, it like snaps into place, huh? Okay.
Ooh. Peace just wanted to jump.
I had a couple of those earlier, yeah. They're just like, nah, I'm done with this place. Yoink.
Oh, 17 and 18 go on both sides. Did I do that on the other way? I did. So, but you left. You don't get to come back up. You left. It's not how this works. When am I getting my Re-Rising Gundam? Oh, that's the kit. That's like the combo kit, right? I would need Woden Pod, the SD, and the other one. I have Core. Actually, like, I watched the video. I mean, I like the look of it, but I don't know if I would do that.
Oh, do you have to like assemble it from a couple different sets?
Yeah, it's 4 different sets, and then you kind of rip them apart and you put them together like a transformer.
It's like a Constructicon. What are they
Yeah, like Devastator, the combiners.
Yeah.
There's a premium Bandai version that's all gold. See, that I feel like that would just be worse. It would look cool, but that's not for me. Come on, do you not want to go on? Hey, another flash flood warning. Hooray! That definitely doesn't want to go on. Or does it? Plastic is straining a bit. They don't look great. They look like they've all been deep fried. Yeah, that's kind of what I would worry about with those gold kits.
Yeah, I mean, even real grade Strike Freedom's inner core kind of looked a little deep fried in appearance.
The gold one? Or...
Yeah. The inner frame is gold. But yeah, it kind of looks a little deep fried, a little burnt.
Okay, all I needed to do for those pieces was apparently just switch them around and they fit fine. I hate when that happens.
Alright.
Especially when it's pieces that are like, yeah, it goes... they're the exact same piece, so they snap on both sides, and you're like, well, I just snipped them both out and did not recall which one was which. It's injected gold, not gold-plated. See, that's how I feel about that. There's like a gold Banshee Norn that I think looks great, except for the fact that it's just a giant gold chicken. Yeah, the Phoenix. I think it looks great, but not my kind of build, you know.
I will say I'm glad that War Greymon came out nice.
Yeah, it looked really good. Were there any issues building it for you?
I have, so you know he's got the 3 like for lack of better phrase, like rope, the red ropes that go through his chest plate.
Yeah.
The bottom one did not want to behave, and I slightly damaged it getting it in. So if you look carefully, you can see where it is a little damaged, but...
That's very interesting. Like, you'd think that those kind of kits from Bandai would be really well done, but they just... A lot of times they seem like they aren't, and it makes me sad. How did the Pokemon stream go? Hey, it's okay you didn't stay long enough. We still have one more to go. We are finishing it up next Saturday. I was doing good until The gym leaders just proved to be way too difficult for me. And he's, I think I'm at getting ready to do all the Team Aqua, Team Magma stuff, and he's like on to the next gym already. But that's okay. I feel good about me raising, you know, a rough ramshackle team, as opposed to just picking one and speed running with it.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, because I mean, it is supposed to be a draft race, but I kind of, you know, when I hear draft race and we veto and, you know, yay and nay the other's Pokemon, it means that you have to use them on your team. For him, use them on your team meant they're on my team. That's, you know, that's what I said, and I'm not wrong. That's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not what I anticipated. You know, even I'll agree. Even I'll admit, Hero, I like the War Greymon, and the Weregarurumon I think would look really good with my Omnimon.
I'm actually planning to get
The other two.
Eventually.
Yeah, they all look so neat as a set. I'm sad it's not the Omnimon that came with the little figures for Ty and Matt. I don't know if that one is a model kit or if that one is just like a figure. But I know years ago there was an Omnimon that came with Ty and Matt as little like glowing figures that could hold on to his horn antenna things, his V-fin.
Yeah.
Because he also has a Gundam V-fin.
For victory.
And I thought that was so cool, and I was like, I want that one. But I think at the time it was like 150 bones, and I could not justify spending that.
I'm fairly sure that was a figure, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it looked cool. Maybe I could just buy that.
I wish that Greymon came with the Crest of Hope.
Yeah.
Crest of Courage, sorry.
That would have been really cool if it just came with that neat little...
The necklace.
Extra touch, or like a little Digivice replica that you could build.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, if model kits ever did that, they would shoot up above and beyond my expectations. Hell, even a Star Wars model kit that my wife got me, the Snowspeeder from Empire Strikes Back, it came with a miniature, even smaller scale model Snowspeeder with it. So you have the decent sized one, which is like, what, like that big? And then you have a little one. And it's just like, that's so neat. Why don't more places do that? You know, and not have it be the pilot. Because the pilot's cool and all, but, you know, you want a little more.
Well, the pilots are good for the Gundams to give you a good scale. But,
you know, give me more, Bandai.
I wouldn't mind, you know, something else.
Where is Jay? Speaking of Jay, I'm happy that he got internet at his house finally.
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Well,
He's been
gameable internet.
I mean, he basically said he couldn't even do Netflix before, so.
Well, yeah, that's true, yeah. But honestly, that is such a huge thing that I think we all kind of take for granted.
Oh man, he lives in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
You know, I think I know that, but I don't think I realize how in the middle of nowhere he lives. Because, like, I've lived in the middle of nowhere before and still had decent...
No, it's way in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Poor guy. And I understand why he has stayed there for as long as he has.
Well, he owns the house.
Yeah. Well, it's his family house, too. You know, a lot of people have memories of those kinds of things that they want to keep. If I were him, I would have moved a long time ago, though. And I don't mean that as in, like, me saying what I would want him to do. Like, I'm saying if I were him.
If I were in a similar situation.
Yeah, I'd have been outie. Especially for someone like him whose job relies on him being online.
Yeah, either online or in Sweden.
And, you know, we kind of can't go to Sweden right now. I mean, you could, I guess. So what? Are these for my knives? I think these are for my knives. I have, like, other knives.
Probably have some for going in hands and some for going in
feet.
Sheaths or whatever.
Yeah, I've got foot knives. I've got knife sheaths. I am War Machine, but like the comic book accurate War Machine, where he's just loaded with.
The difference between yours and mine actually is going to be that you're a lot closer to like you're the War Machine to my Iron Man.
Yeah, because you got one really big weapon.
I've got a couple smaller weapons built into the big weapon, but yeah.
And I, you know, am the weapon.
P and J. D.
So Dissidia has changed a lot.
Yeah,
holy
I'll have
cow!
To fire it up again one of these days.
We're in the burst era, is what it's called. Because now for certain characters, there's been multiple other weapons put out.
Yeah.
So Squall got an LD and a burst. And the burst is like near impossible to draw even on a 10. You have like 3%. But they made it now so that there's no off-banner... How do they describe it? There's no off-banner EXs and no off-banner gold weapons. So, like, if you draw on a banner and the Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia hero, it's the one gacha game that both Ben and I played slightly religiously.
I'll get back into it eventually. I just burnt myself out on it.
There wasn't a lot of new content coming out. It was all very the same. But, you know, now if you want to draw for the Odin event that's going on right now, the Ultimate Odin, it's one of the banners is, well, there's 2 banners, 6 characters, and Noctis is one of them. So Noctis has his LD and his burst weapon that you can get on any of the 2 banners. But one of the banners is Noct, Fang, and I know this isn't the exact banner composition, but it's like Noct, Fang, and Paladin Cecil. And if you draw on that banner, you will only get gold weapons for Noctis, Fang, and Paladin Cecil. You won't get shitty Waka weapons ever again. Unless you draw on the banner that is Waka.
Also it includes Waka, yeah.
Which there is a banner out right now that includes Waka. And I think you also can draw on it for Vaughn's LD and burst weapon, which I did get on one ticket, and it was fantastic. I gave up on him real fast.
Oh. Interesting how that sits together.
Yeah, but so far they've had Shantoto, Squall, Vaughn, and now Noct is today.
Okay.
For LD burst. And then, like, Ultimisia got a LD.
God, that knee is just...
It's something.
Boy's got some knees.
But ulti got burst, or ulti got LD, and what's his name?
What game's
Edward from Final Fantasy 3.
Okay, yeah, can't help you.
One of the 3 characters now from 3. He's really good. Enchant, Imperil, Healing, and Stun. Alright, so I got whatever this is. I don't even know how to read that, but... Oh, IPA Doozer 12. Thank you, Twitch, for allowing me to read that. Any percent casual first playthrough of Gunpla. Yeah, let's just say IPA that I am lazy. Although it is kind of a 100% playthrough, or any percent, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's any percent.
I could give up on the weapon and be like, yeah, it's an any percent. I really ought to change that, though, because between the games I am playing, I am 100%ing Golden Sun. That's not an any percent at all. And then Raft, I mean,
that's an any percent.
Yeah. How are you doing today, though?
Take a second and do some.
I'm saving all my panel lining for the end.
Yeah, I guess I should.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to. I like doing it all at the end when I can.
No, I think you're right, because there's always the chance that I'll cover something up and I'll be like, well, shit, I spent ink on that.
Yeah. Well, looks like the rain has stopped for the moment.
You've jinxed it already.
I know. I've said this 9 times today, I feel like. I'm doing pretty good myself there. Having a relaxing day and just building with my friend. Hopefully gonna get these Astray boys, at least the kit, the body done today. Big Goth Rainbow Fish. Melodic? Milotic? Milotic? I didn't know Milotic was a big goth fish. I will definitely be reevaluating. Big goth rainbow fishy. Yeah, I think Milotic. Wait, am I supposed to make 2 of these? It doesn't say. Milotic isn't really goth, so nah. Wait, not rainbow. Oh, I see what this was supposed to be. Glowy. Big glowy. Big goth glowy fish. Okay.
Oh, the lantern? It's not really gothic, though.
Big goth glowy fish. Huh. You made a fan sprite that was a rainbow and it confused you. That, honestly, I think glowy actually is throwing me off more than rainbow. Your favorite fish Pokemon. Okay, now I definitely got to get it right. Well, while I dig through this box, I'm gonna think real quick. Big goth.
Yeah, I don't have any. I have no tips whatsoever on this one.
Glowy goth fish Pokemon. Where's F? Big titty goth girl fish.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, man. Generation? Can I have a hint as to the generation? I feel like this isn't going to help me as much as I think it's going to.
I mean, it does narrow it down.
Yeah, and I'm usually pretty decent with water types, like what I remember with them. It glows when it attacks, not always glowing. Gen 4. Luminion. Finion or I think Luminion. Hey, hey, Panda. Can't stay long, gotta cook out. Hey, no worries. Thank you for stopping in. Feel free to hang out as long as you can.
Yeah, I honestly have no guesses for this Pokemon.
Yeah, so it is Luminion. Okay.
Okay. I actually don't remember what Luminion looks like, so I'm gonna have to pull it up here in a minute.
Yeah, I said big, so Luminion. I honestly didn't think about that. Like, that's a Pokemon I don't often think about. Oh no, 10 minutes. Panda, quick, I guess I gotta build the entire thing right now. Let me just go to the oven and pull out a completed build.
I could go grab a completed build, but it wouldn't. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be this one though. I just catapulted one of my pieces and I don't know where it went.
Better hurry.
I bet I'll be right back.
It's dusty. Wow, that is a... Is a foot, if I've ever seen one. That is a leg, if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a soccer player. Barely ever think about Darumaka. I actually think about Darmanitan sometimes. It's an interesting enough Pokemon. Just got into Gunpla, did some models before a long time ago, but you just bought one recently and it's arriving tomorrow. Congratulations. Who's the lucky model kit? Along with a kit with nippers and some stuff. Yay! Yeah, those are.
That's what I just got too, and I highly recommend. If you don't have them a dedicated set, I highly recommend getting them.
Yeah, I remember the first time I did a kit build, I think I tried to do it with only an X-Acto knife. And that was
How much blood was in that build?
Enough. It could have lived on its own.
Frankenstein would be proud.
The worst part was it was even a really shitty X-Acto knife. Like, I think I actually threw it away, but it was one where the like, if you look at this X-Acto knife that I'm holding up, the blade was only about, like, from the tip down to where my finger is.
Oh.
It was a very small blade, and it was one that was on, like, a ball, like a ballpoint pen ball, and it would swivel around. So
that sounds utterly useless.
yeah, well, I got it at Hobby Lobby or something, and it was like, yeah, this is for model kits and stuff, and I was like, this is great. It was wrong. 10 out of 10 would not recommend that experience.
An X-Acto knife that moves does not sound like an X-Acto knife you should be using.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, just in general.
Too bad I don't have my God hand right now. I know. I really ought to sharpen these. I think I'm going to sharpen them tonight, just until. You got the RX-0 Unicorn 3 Phoenix Destroyer mode. We were just talking about that, I think. Is that the gold one, or did you get the non-gold variant? Because I think that's the one that has, like, the pylons on the back. First couple you used common kitchen poultry scissors. Oh my. That might be a little more intense than even what I did. You got the gold one. Decently cheap too. No kidding. Lucky you. Even though I've never actually seen a unicorn, I am a big fan of the Banshee kit. Which is just so funny because, like, I've actually had questions before. Someone was like, "Wow, what's your favorite part about the Gundam Unicorn narrative?" And I'm like, I like Norn.
They're cool looking.
$30 on
really...
Gundam Planet.
It's not bad.
Oh, that's not at all. What were you saying, Ben?
Oh, I said that's. You were talking earlier about getting your foot done.
Yeah, it's a foot. Leggy.
Oh, speaking of leggy, you just reminded me that I finally finished Mandalorian.
Nice. Just in time for season 2.
I know, that was part of the push. It's because we saw season 2 get a release date.
Also, so that you could play Lego Star Wars, the complete Skywalker saga with me, and play. We could be Yoda or Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian if that's who they release. If that game is like online co-op, I will be so happy. If it's not, then I'll just come visit.
I mean, I'd love to have you.
I'll come visit anyway, but you know. Oh, it's arriving tomorrow, too. Ah, man, that's a quick turnaround. That's super cool, though. I'm glad to hear you getting into the hobby a little bit more. If you have any questions ever, Hero here in channel, Ironclad Hero, he knows quite a bit.
A lot more than I do.
He's a great kit building resource.
Leg.
Quick delivery, ordered it maybe a few days ago. And this is Gundam Planet you ordered from? I might have to
toss that on your list.
Yeah, toss that on my list as people who I'll order from. I mean, I like Ban Hero or Riot. So I guess we Riot.
Where are we banning Hero?
Because chat said so.
We should ban Hero.
What? No. He's my Gundam resource. How will I know things? So here's the stand. I'm just gonna move that out of my box. Gundam Planet is limited though. That's kind of what I was worried about.
So I've used one order from USA Gundam and one order from Newtype.
Yeah, I've been really liking Newtype. Panda, is Crystal Chronicles, is it a demo or is it an app? Because there's also the free version that allows you to play only the dungeons with your friends. In which I really should go back to that game.
Yeah, I think I might play some later, but I'm really stuck into .hack right now.
Which is good.
I got my third form.
I don't know what that means. Oh, like your burst, not your burst, but your
So
like your berserker form or whatever it is.
yeah, back to his original berserker form. So originally, Haseo is one of, I think, 2 characters that you meet in the game that is the Adept Rogue class, which is the most versatile class in that they're the only one that can use more than one weapon type. But at the cost of, they're not, much like a jack of all trades, they are a master of none. So every so often you'll get a rank up or a form change, and that'll give you access to a new weapon and to change the way he looks. Which in this case, I gained access to scythes.
Oh.
Massive ranged weapon.
It's a high grade. Well, hey, high grades are honestly the way to go. They're good and they're effective.
Yeah. Don't ever let someone shame you for doing a high grade, because high grades are perfect learning materials.
It's the full game, and there is a light version. You can play the light up to the first 3 dungeons, but a friend can invite you to their game to play all their dungeons. Oh, okay, that's what it is, yeah. It's classed as a demo, though, because it's a more advanced version of a demo, but your time is up. Hey, enjoy the grilling, Panda. Have a wonderful, safe holiday. Addicted to the PC, PS4 Gundam game. The controls suck, but it's fun building Gunpla on there.
Which one is that? New Breaker?
Is that the one that you were looking at, Ben?
I've looked at it a couple times. No, the one I sent the other day was SD Crossrays, which is slightly different. I think that one's more of a tactics game.
Hero says New Breaker is great.
I've looked at New Breaker. I think New Breaker plays like the mobile game a little bit, but like an actual game instead of just a mobile game.
Oh, the what was it? The one that you and I tried.
Yeah. I still fire it up every so often. It's just, it ain't doing it for me.
Yeah. Kind of what I thought, too. Uh-oh, there we go.
It's not bad, it's just not good for me.
You bought SD Crossrays on Steam. Nice. If I ever see it go on sale, I probably will.
It was on sale, but I need it to be more on sale than that if I'm gonna...
SD Crossrays is Fire Emblem style. Oh!
That's what I thought, yeah. Which is right up my alley. Oh, shit, I put that the wrong way through. That could be bad, that could be bad. Okay, whew.
It's L10. That's a knife. I can cut that out right now. That's a pretty decent knife.
Just reinforce all your Gundam knives with X-Acto knives at the end.
Why would I do? Oh, because in case my cat gets involved. They can all fight Soba on equal ground.
Equal ground. No, man. So you can have your Gunpla fight other Gunpla, but now you have an advantage because you can actually deal damage.
It's like those old robot fighting tournaments where someone would have like a magnet in one of their machines, so like when it hit the enemy, it would short the computer out for a moment or something. I wonder if
That's a cool
people
one.
still do that.
There still are those. I think I saw that Adam and Jamie were going to host one.
What has
'Cause they
Jamie
used to-
been up to, I wonder?
I don't know. I think they used to be like BattleBots champions to the point where no one could beat them and they basically got kicked out because they weren't fun.
That makes sense. All right, how does this Bowie knife go in?
I too hope that I'm one day good enough at something that they were like, you can't play anymore because playing against you isn't fun.
Feel like handsome Jack at a game. No one wants to play with you because it's not fun.
No, because he's mean and I don't want to be mean. I want to be talented enough that they won't play against me because I'm good, not because I'm a jerk.
Oh, that fits in there so nice. What the heck?
I know, I've got a couple of those pieces that just kind of like they slide in.
Well, look at this knife, like.
That's cool.
Oh my god.
You and I are gonna have a fight when
Yeah.
we get done with these. We're gonna take some pictures. Actually, Hero is on here. If he's still floating around, let me see if I can.
Should be.
That's not how magnets work. Oh, Grant did Robot Wars. Okay, I knew Grant did something recently.
Aw.
But no, I'm trying to remember. So Hero, if he's listening, I've got a problem. The radar antenna on my Gundam's head won't stay in, and I'm wondering if super glue is too powerful for that.
He is around, he says.
Okay.
So yeah.
Just like a little drop of super glue I might put in there. Though I think that would probably melt and fuse the plastic, which might be a little overkill. Is Dead Blow another robot show? They're Light Me? I don't think I know Dead Blow.
Fight you.
No, I'm fairly sure it wasn't. I'm fairly sure one of the others. Oh, Dead Blow was his robot. Okay. I'm fairly sure it wasn't. I'm not talking about Grant. I could have sworn one of the other hosts actually did the robot fighting stuff. But
Hero says, yeah, depends on the super glue. It can melt it.
okay, then maybe I'll look for something else. But I'm worried it's so loose when I put it in there that I'm afraid it's gonna just I'll walk past the model kit and it'll just fall out and then the cat will eat it or something.
So what happened? Like, did it break or was it?
No, it's just not in there very deep and it doesn't want to stay, and like it just doesn't stick in.
Because mine had a piece that goes over top of the antenna.
Yeah, I don't have that piece.
Huh. That's really
That would
weird.
be nice. That would fix my problem.
Recommend getting some Tamiya thin cement. The bottle lasts forever and it's great to have around.
Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Can you like copy that from your chat and send it to me?
Yeah, I will. Or Hero, why don't you post that in our Discord
that'd be
in the
awesome.
arts and
Thank
crafts
you.
section. Speaking of IPA, I won't say that you should link one here, but we do have a Discord where we do chat Gunpla and all those fun things. So if you want to hit up our Discord, that would be a great place to put something like that. We have an arts and crafts section where it's mostly at this point Gunpla. It's pretty great. I'm just about to get started on the waist.
Yeah, you're ahead of me a little bit, but that's fine.
I can hold up.
No, you're good.
Well, let me. Actually, this will be.
I shouldn't. Oh, go ahead.
This will be good for me to get what I need out.
I shouldn't have any excuses since you're over here, engaging with your community. Well, I'm just working on parts.
No, you're definitely more precise, I think, than I am, and I try to be very precise.
Grant's robot combat record is 10-7.
Jeez.
That's actually less victories than I would have thought it was more victories than that.
2E.
Did Grant passed away recently, didn't he?
He did,
Thinking of the right guy? Okay. We've lost some good fucking people this year, and I'm sad.
Yeah, 2020's not been a banner year for a lot of things.
Especially for the nerds, man. We're just
God, yeah, we nerds have had it rough. We were doing fine for a little bit there. Society loved us again.
I did see that Disney has already started talking plans for Black Panther 2.
I mean, at this point, it's going to be Shuri.
Yeah, that's basically what they said. Is they're escalating. Basically, they're going to start the next movie just after the funeral. He'll have died off screen.
Which I think is the most respectable way to do it. You know, they could easily write something like the strain of coming back from, you know, from the snap. The strain from coming back on the snap was too much for some people, and write it off as like in universe that a bunch of people passed or something, or
Honestly,
just very tamely do it.
I think the better way to do it would be have him lose to a supervillain, and just Shuri's on revenge duty.
That would be nice.
And she has to learn. She has to learn to, you know, uphold her brother's name and also, you know, protect the country and also, you know, not get corrupted by, you know,
politics.
Thoughts of vengeance.
That is a really pretty kit there, Doozer.
Honestly, I would love. I've been rooting for Riri Williams to make an appearance.
It would be nice if they did that in the same, maybe hinted at it in the same movie. As much as I love the title, I have a great idea that they could do for the next Black Panther movie, but I know they won't just because, again, the title.
What is the next title?
There isn't one, but what I think it should be, or should have been, or rather would be an interesting idea, is call it Black Panthers. And have it be Okoye and Shuri and M'Baku, all kind of...
Like a battle for the cowl kind of thing?
Well, more like, do you remember the story of the Supermen? When Superman died against Doomsday
was it Rise of the Supermen or something like that?
Yeah, where it's like his, you know, clone and Steel, the guy in the metal suit, and yeah, something like that, where it's like M'Baku gets the power of the Black Panther, and Shuri gets the power of the Black Panther, and Okoye gets the power of the Black Panther. And instead of just being one Black Panther, it's like a Black Panther Corps. Oh, hey, Doozer, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by.
I like that idea, except that I don't want anyone else to get the Black Panther power, because they destroyed it, and I'd hate for them to go back and have to retcon that, and that just feels dirty.
Right. Which, I mean, with him passing, maybe that's how they're going to...
Let it die with him.
But I know...
She's got enough technology, she can find a way around problems.
That's the thing, though. Like, the movie Shuri is an entirely different Shuri than comic Shuri.
Yeah. Because
in the comics, when she takes over as Black Panther, they both are, like, equal sharing the power.
Okay.
Because he's still... T'Challa is still the Black Panther, but she also is, you know, while he's off working with the Illuminati, she has taken over Wakanda and is their leader, and it's like, you know, that would have been a great movie too, but RDJ is done, and who knows what Charles Xavier we're gonna have next, and you know, we don't have a Mr. Fantastic yet, and we don't have a T'Challa anymore, so that's a...
And we don't have Namor. Yeah. We haven't had time to set him up yet, and
we do have honestly, a smart Hulk.
One of my favorite... Where'd that piece go? I lost a piece already.
Oh no.
There it is. I was like, I just set it down. But one of my favorite parts of the Illuminati story arc was the play between Black Panther and Namor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Trying to, both be heroes and save the world, but if they have a sacrifice, they're not willing to sacrifice their own countries, and like just watching them
have issues.
Their teammates, they're superheroes, but also they're kings and have to think about their people.
And that really comes. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Polite Me says, 54 years of comic history. Do we need new content that is just fan fiction? Yeah. I mean, why not? I don't see any.
That's kind of what.
Any direction we could go.
That's kind of what happens with the comics, though. Like, every time they change something in the comics, it changes things over. Changing status quo has been a comic staple for a long time, which is unfortunate because Marvel.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Marvel is kind of, I think, the biggest proponent of having too many big events.
Yeah.
Like right after Secret Wars ended, I was like, wow, I can't wait for the world to figure out what it is, and then oh crap, we're in another massive comic crossover event right away. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
It sometimes gets to be too much.
Well, it's like we went from, was it Axis? It was right before
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars 2.
Yeah. Oh, Axis was such a cool concept that
did not get executed very well.
Well, I think it's because they were trying to do this mini event in a world where they were setting up for this massive, which we're still feeling effects from the comics I've like pulled up recently and looked at. Like we're still getting Secret Wars fallout, but like what the heck, this event that happened with Axis would have been so much better if it had been post Secret Wars or something.
Yeah, what's She-Hulk been up to? Because I know she was one of the people that got affected the worst.
I think she's macking on Thor. I think they're dating in the most recent Avengers series, or they were flirting or smooch. I don't actually remember.
Is she back to her normal form? Because I know she was gamma charged because she got injured by
Thanos,
and then
she's still kind of crazy, I think.
Okay.
Like crazy Gamma Hulk.
Because she was injured and then got a blood transfusion from Bruce, which did not go according to plan.
Now, Bruce has been having a rough time.
Well, yeah, he was dead.
I read a lot of Immortal Hulk, and my God.
Oh yeah, I've heard
that was
things about that.
That is, I think, quite possibly the best Marvel comic that's been happening.
Like, it's a horror story, and I love it.
And it's not really tying in with a lot of the other universe. Like, he's showing up, but a lot of other people aren't really showing up in his story. It's mostly just Hulk characters, like Leader and Mastermind and Thunderbolt Ross and Samson and all those guys. It's like, it's a Hulk story, and I love it. Although I do kind of miss Amadeus.
Oh, Cho? Yeah, Amadeus is pretty sweet.
Because he was Hulk for a little bit.
The totally awesome Hulk. I think he still is.
He's, no, Stature is someone else. He has a new name, though.
Oh, okay.
They basically, he decided he didn't want to be the Hulk anymore because of the junk in his trunk, I think is how they basically talk about it. But every time he would Hulk out, it was like he was driving a car and there was the mean, angry version of the Hulk in the trunk or something.
Okay, that tracks. I follow.
But yeah, so he still has the power.
Light Me says, IMO Black Panther 2 will be a snooze fest with a 4th-tier villain, but they're going to give him a cape so comic fans pay all the money. Now, that's a distinct possibility, too.
God, I hope not. I hope they... And that's why I'm hoping with Black Panther 2 they do something that we won't see coming.
Yeah.
Make it, make it interesting. Make it new. Go all out. I mean, you literally have the chance to reinvent the movie, which sucks, but you know.
But I say it's not often that your main character gets killed in real life or dies in this case, but
And that you have a chance to, make two movies in the same franchise completely different.
I think some of the coolest movie effects have been when actors pass away. Was it the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus?
Yeah, I know that movie. Did someone pass away in that movie?
I think Heath Ledger passed during the filming, if memory serves.
Heath Ledger was in that movie?
I think he's the main. Now I have to dig it up. Hold on. All right, who was the? It was because every time he goes into. Yeah, Heath Ledger is in that movie. A man saved Tony, Heath Ledger, a man saved from hanging by Parnassus' troop, agrees to help collect them. But I think every time Heath Ledger's character goes into the Imaginarium, a different actor portrays him in the movie.
Oh, so like a persona.
Heath Ledger plays him in the real world, and then because I know Johnny Depp was one of them, and there's a couple other, but like there's 3 or 4 different other actors that play the character in the Imaginarium.
Wow.
I was like, and you wouldn't have had that if Heath hadn't died.
It sucks that we have to do things like that sometime.
No,
but...
yes, it's shitty that we had to get in that situation to begin with, but it is an interesting movie idea to have that kind of.
Well, and, like I said, I will be interested to see what Marvel decides to do. Maybe they will completely scrap the idea, and we'll only have one Black Panther movie, which was I think, a great movie.
We've had 702 people play Spider-Man, and everyone gets a shot to play Superman, even the Atom. As long as they don't make Black Panther an Asian dude, it will be all good. Yeah, I think I agree with that point. As long as we don't, Black Panther needs to be African.
If they add a new character to this movie solely to replace T'Challa, that will be the end of it. But if they pull from their existing cast, they can at least.
There's a whole lot they could do to screw this up. I just gotta hope that they don't.
Yeah, it's Marvel. So they won't do it right away.
No.
Marvel's pretty good. They know what they're doing.
They've acted like they know what they're doing. I'm willing to, not give them all the benefit of the doubt. But there have been an awful lot of Spider-Man now that you mention it, Blighttime.
Honestly, speaking of Spider-Man, what they've been doing with Tom Holland's Spider-Man has actually been some of the best Spider-Man content that I think I've seen. They're taking it in avenues that we haven't seen before.
Haven't seen Far From Home yet.
I will avoid saying what I was about to say then, because I would have spoiled the ending.
I know the something multiverse, and that's about all I know. So my knowledge ends.
Yeah, so that's definitely not what I was gonna say then. The movie ends in a way that we've never. I think that only the cartoon has ever given us.
Okay.
And it leads into a possibility of the third Spider-Man movie being just this insane. Well, basically being one. It could either lead into one of the most depressing storylines of One Day More, or the one where he has to talk to Mephisto and remove everyone's memory, including that he and Mary Jane are together.
Oh wait, wasn't that the end of Secret Wars?
I don't know if that was the end of Secret Wars. I think it was after Civil War.
Or Civil War, yeah.
Which we've already had in the comics since Spider-Man showed up, so I mean, it may not have happened the way people thought it was going to, but it got there eventually.
they messed up the movie franchise. They kept the same actors over all the movies. RDJ is Iron Man now. There can only be one Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. They should have switched it up so that the actor didn't become the character. I can agree to that partially.
That wasn't Marvel's fault.
Well, there's
Marvel
some
Studios, rather.
No.
That was Fox.
There's one thing to be consistent, and I can appreciate that to a degree, but it is tough, definitely, to argue between the two. Peace was there.
But I do, there are some of those things that you said that I will 100% agree with. Keeping RDJ as Iron Man for so long, they couldn't have replaced him mid-movie, but
No.
it does run us into the problem of any time now that there is going to be another Iron Man, it's going to 100% be compared to RDJ.
The only person we could get to be Iron Man now without it feeling forced is
Riri?
No, who plays War Machine?
Oh, Rhodey. Don
Rhodey.
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, thank you. My brain was just like, come on, Ben, you know this.
They left him alive and for a reason, I'm sure.
Yeah, and there is in the comics a series of a period of time where he is Iron Man.
Hell, again, give us an Iron Men movie where it's like people are trying to take up the mantle of being Iron Man. And it's not even about one character. It's just like about 13 different characters. Harsh.
Well,
Thank you so much for the raid.
I actually would like to see.
How's your stream, my friend?
Vulture take a heel turn, not a heel turn, the opposite of a heel turn,
and become a good guy.
And become a hero, because he's kind of anti-villain, almost right now.
Especially because he didn't. Oh wait, yeah, you didn't see the end of Far From Home, so.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was about to say something again, but I won't.
There's some stuff in that? Okay.
Yeah, there is something at the end of it where the Vulture actually is shown again, so.
Oh, cool. Well, now I want to see this movie. Do you know if it's on Disney Plus yet?
I think it's on Disney Plus.
It's not because it's Spider-Man. Disney Plus doesn't have any of the Spider-Man ones.
Do they not?
No, because Fox has basically said no, I think.
No Scooby PB. Well, that's okay. It doesn't always have to be a PB.
The opposite of a heel is a face, so it would be a face turn instead of a heel turn. Okay. I know it's a wrestling term. I also know that I don't use it very well.
Glad you had a good stream, though.
I need to watch one of your Scooby-Doo races because I'm so interested in those old races, just kind of enjoying them.
Harsh is very knowledgeable when it comes to the Scooby-Doo speedrun scene. I watched his, I caught the last hour, I think, or not hour, the last few minutes of the commentary that he did during the ESB speedrun thing that's been going on.
Okay.
And he was commentating over someone else playing, but Harsh was still, giving the commentary. And it's just like it's the same thing if you watch any speedrunner. It's just so insane how much they actually know about a game, because when I first heard of speedrunning, I thought it was ESA. Thank you. I was one letter off. But when I first heard of speedrunning, I thought it was people just, playing the game to play it. I didn't think that people actually actively liked the games that they were speedrunning. I didn't think that was how it went. And these people actually put in time, and they know the history of these games. They know the lore. They know everything, and it's just crazy.
What's
the amount of time.
What's the old Sun Tzu phrase? To defeat your enemy, you must know them as yourself.
Yeah. For the Art of War.
Yeah.
The Art of Speedrunning by Sun Tzu.
Well, maybe.
They still haven't uploaded the VOD? What's taking so long with it?
Well, when it goes up, make sure you tag it in the Discord so I can.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, pass it right along.
All right, legs done, foot's done. Let's do some ankles. Boy's got some nice ankles.
Hey, baby, let me see that ankle.
Oh boy. I'm sorry for everyone who had to hear that.
I am not.
18.
I genuinely like the Spider-Man movies that we've gotten from the Marvel
I haven't
collaboration.
seen Amazing.
You haven't
Have
seen
you-
the Amazing series?
There's what, 2 of those?
Yeah.
CCE.
They're behind. Oh god, they're uploading stuff from May. Their marathon is
Oh.
constantly ongoing and newer slots are being filled every day. Wait, it's still going? I thought it was just reruns. It's actually crazy.
Down before it catapulted.
Boy, Team Snapchat sent me a Snapchat. I'm gonna leave that unread with all the other Team Snapchats I never open.
Wait, do they still send Snapchats? Because I haven't gotten one from them in like months.
Yeah, they still send them. They sent one today.
Are you sure I quoted Star Wars? I doubt that's originally from Star Wars. I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong that it was Sun Tzu, but I don't think that's originally from Star Wars.
I feel like George Lucas would have stolen from Sun Tzu.
Like, that's the only Star Wars quote that I ever quote is if you strike me down, I will come back stronger than you can imagine.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can
Yeah,
possibly
that's the
imagine.
one. That's the one. That's the only Star Wars quote I ever.
They're like the GDQ of Europe. Oh. I was actually sad that we weren't going to get a GDQ this year, by the way.
Sorry, Blight. I've never seen Ender's Game. Never read the books either.
Ender's Game probably took it from somewhere.
Okay, so Sun Tzu said it, just not the way I phrased it. Okay. That doesn't surprise me.
Misquoted Kamiblade.
Oh, I do it all the time. I ain't even mad. Like, I am not.
There
so full of
we
mush.
go. Oh, God, who isn't at this point? And now we pop this on, and oh, beautiful. Though I don't like the legs, really.
I would audiobook it, Blight, but I've got about a dozen podcasts to finish catching up with first.
Skirt is really thin.
They are kind of traditionally a little thin.
Or really small. Like, doesn't really have side skirts.
I think the only one that I've built that had very big side skirts was which one was it? Strike Freedom.
Strike
actually,
Freedom.
Well, because his is slide around and such.
Been watching this YouTuber lately. They really came out of nowhere. He does bios of the Pokemon anime characters. Pokemon. Oh, so like he would do a bio on Ash's Greninja kind of deal.
That's cool.
That is kind of cool. You want to link him in our Discord?
Ender put it this way: in the moment when I truly understand my enemy, understand him well enough to defeat him, then in that very moment I also love him. Ooh.
There we go.
That's actually got some Final Fantasy 14 vibes to it. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I was getting some Final Fantasy vibes from that. Look at this nut. Make sure you don't get banned again. No, timed out. Just timed out.
Nah, honestly,
He's as big as my phone.
I'm really curious where the next piece of the 14 story is going to go. I mean, I know we've already kind of set up our villain, but we haven't really set up
The driving factor.
What is his plan? What are we doing? Like, we know he's basically unbridled evil at this point. But like, That's boring.
Yeah.
You want to Blight time or Blight Me wants to be timed out. Sorry, you're on the wrong channel, Blight Me. I don't actually have any admin shit going on.
Oh, harsh. Here to get timed out, Blight? Okay, let me see what I can do.
Oh, did he hop over to your channel?
Yeah. Alright, let me... In Kamiblade's chat, Blight, let me know how long you'd wish to be timed out. I don't want... that's 10 minutes. I don't know, actually.
I don't think it kicked you out of the channel.
Oh, it kicked you out? I didn't know that's what timed out does. Me. My pieces here.
I was say, I don't think I ever made you an admin on my page.
User you are trying to unban doesn't exist. Harsh! In the Discord, my friend.
Nah, man, I don't stream often enough to even warrant having mods.
You may one day. It's always nice to have mods back.
Oh, sure.
You don't even have mods for your stream. You're your own mod. See, I just want to make sure that if I'm looking at chat, but in a time event in a game, that I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, frankly, I think you made me a mod in your channel, and I've never done it.
You've done it once, I think.
Oh, you were in his channel last week. Okay. Well, thanks for visiting. I do appreciate it.
Oh, yay, tiny stickers, my favorite.
I still can't tell if this is in enough to be socketed, or if that's just where it ends. Like, it feels sturdy, but not, like, secure. I can't tell if it's enough or... Nah.
Well, at the end of the day, Harsh, as long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters. A couple years ago when I was first starting streaming, I had a couple people come in and be like, hey, can you play this song? And I looked up the song, and it was like really bad and raunchy and bad vulgar language. So I've had to ban people. And I don't like doing it. I don't like being that guy. But it actually hasn't happened in a long time, though. Now it's just spam bots.
Yeah, I don't even get those.
Good. They're not fun.
Notice me, senpai. Wait, not like that.
Mine pop in and are like, hey, why don't you come over to this website that's totally normal and legal and buy subs and followers? And I'm like, wow, great. No.
Oh, see, I'm not even an affiliate yet, so people can't even sub. So that's probably why I don't get any. I do wish that OBS would pop up notifications when I had new followers. Because I noticed I got notified, I think, last week about...
Well...
They're like in the middle of the week for people that joined.
If you set up... help my channel grow real big, but I don't want that. I want something else. I want nachos with lactose-free cheese.
I like to play 80s TV theme songs in people's channels when they have requests on.
I am 100% on board with that.
Nope, yeah, I don't think I would ever turn requests on like that, but honestly, that's the kind of thing I would laugh at. I would enjoy that.
But what I was going to say is you can actually set up through Streamlabs the ability to...
Oh yeah, in Streamlabs I had it going, but I'm just in normal OBS right now.
Well, you still can do that. You just have to set it up as a browser source, and you can have your alerts play on your Streamlabs, and it will. That is the way that you know. And then if you use Streamlabs chatbot as well, you can have it.
You'll have to.
Yep.
You'll have to hook me up here, buddy.
Oh, I will. We'll have a crash course on it.
Okay. Honestly, though, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, what is that? Is that a bow or a gun or a bow gun?
It is his claymore that expands to become a bow.
You're one follower away from 50? Alright, who here's not following Ironclad Hero?
Me, but let's fix it. Alright.
And honestly, Ben, you actually are a good candidate for that follow, because I've watched Hero's Gunpla builds as well, and they are
How's
so...
it spelled? Ironclad.
Ironclad, Hiro.
Let's see if I spelled it right. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh, it's very green. Nope, that's report. Where's the follow?
Yeah, no, don't hit that button.
Wait, there's the follow button.
That's not what I sent you there to do. I mean, I didn't send anyone there to do anything.
There, I have now followed.
Yeah, like, I don't promote it as follow for follow. Like, if I didn't like someone's content, I would not say check them out. Same with Harsh. Like, you want a good speed, you want speed runs in the Scooby-Doo field? Check out Harsh.
No, honestly, I'm most excited to build the katanas.
Oh, yeah, because you have katanas too, right?
I have 2 massive katanas.
Hero says, report me, thanks, Kamiblade.
This is the Kai. I am doing Astray Red Kai. So this is the Tactical Arms too.
Oh, you stream Rocket League, Harsh? That I did not know. I didn't know people actually still played Rocket League. Yeah, Kami's got the Astray Kai, and I've got the Astray Blue second frame L, I think is what it's called. With the tactical arms too.
Yeah, I think they're both Tactical Arms too.
Oops. Oops. It's a wonky
mine's
finger.
Tactical Arms 2L, you're right. Because it has Delta form, which is the flight pack, sword form, which is the claymore, work form, which is a big claw, which actually makes sense given that he's a junk dealer, from what I understand. Oh, there's actually a flight form besides just the Delta form. And then the arrow form. Cool. Yes, IIL. It's ill.
Doesn't really clip in too well. You just have a group of friends you play with. Oh, well, that works out then.
No, that's the best way to do it, honestly.
Also, it looks like I'm going to be giving away a copy of Raft again this week.
Oh.
Because Dagger's brother already had it, and Panda doesn't play on PC. So.
Oh no.
My 2 people didn't need it.
Well, well, what other system has Raft on it?
I don't think anything yet.
All right. Guess I can throw some sheets in the box now for a little bit. Is this all out? No, I've still got stuff on the bottom. Okay.
I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom water break while
yeah,
while you get some work in, so that I don't rush ahead of you.
Oh, you're already well ahead. I'm worried about it.
BRB.
Let's see. B. D. 2 E's. Those are just about done. PC2. That's not so bad. Maybe I'll be able to throw out more of these trees when I'm done. It has another use. Also, it acts like a claw on the Minahina and Blitz. It drains energy. Oh, yeah. The picture has it in like a claw form, but honestly, I haven't read or watched any of Astray, so I know Seed and Seed Destiny, and that's where my knowledge ends, sadly. And even then, my Seed and Seed Destiny knowledge is not pristine. You've never seen a Gundam series? Well, I don't know what I would recommend you watch, so I won't tell you to watch it. But I really enjoy it. If you like Big Mac, actually, I hear Iron-Blooded Orphans is really good. You're just not into cartoons? That's fine. To each their own. Honestly, I've been stuck in game mode lately. I'm sure the longer this goes on, though, I'm probably going to want to switch to a different media type. I'm going to get sick of stuff too much. You know, I've been playing a lot of .hack GU, trying to get the platinum medal. I played it way back when. Oh, you've read every wiki on all the kits you own. Okay, that makes sense. In fact, probably what I should have done. There's several of them. Several series I've enjoyed. Mobile Fighter G is another one that I actually recommended to Colin. He really enjoyed it. But it's a weird shape. Wonder what this is for. It looks like it's a hip joint. Okay. Some weird pieces going on over here. I wish I had a better camera set up so people could actually, watch. But frankly, I'm out on my kitchen table. Don't read comics, but you all do, so I have read backgrounds on all the big names. That's fair. No, reading up on the wikis, though, is not a bad plan. Like I said, I probably should do that for... Oh, what's this guy's name? His name's on here somewhere.
Crap, I forgot my water.
Hold on, it's on the front. Goyle? Okay, that's a name.
Ugh, okay, I'm here.
Welcome back.
I am here.
Greetings, traveler.
Hello, Vault Hunter!
I thought you were gonna go hello, nurse.
I mean, that'd be a good one too, but Clappy Boy is the best boy. I'm excited to try the new DLC.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that I skipped the last one, but frankly, it was just not interesting to me.
Did you ever go back and watch it?
Watch it?
Yeah, like, did you ever look up anyone doing like a playthrough or even just the ending of the DLC?
No, I didn't.
It was not my favorite.
No?
Yeah.
a shame.
Like, there's so much potential in a Borderlands game, and I mean, it worked. It worked for some things, but I just wasn't a fan. But I'm, I don't even know if we're gonna stream it, but I am excited to go back and play. In what is it, Murder Mind or?
Oh, I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I'm. Like I said on Twitter, if you're gonna do a Krieg-focused DLC, that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah. Murder all Vault Hunters. I kind of hope that's the route they go with it. Like we're being hunted down by Krieg. Because we allowed Maya to die or something.
Oh, I wouldn't even be mad. Like,
although if he's truly been meditating.
Like, I'd still defend myself, but like I'd be okay with that plot line. He might not even know she's dead yet.
I have this weird feeling that they were like psychically connected.
Oh, okay.
Just because they were clearly in love. Maybe
they were clearly in something.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He might have been in love with her, but I don't believe it was reciprocated.
You never know.
Again, weirder things.
Yeah. I will have to check out that Pokemon boy. Pokemon Bio. Oops.
I've run out of drank.
The drank is dry.
The drank is dry.
He's done 7 of the Pokemon so far. Who has he done? But yeah, like maybe there was maybe we'll find out that when Maya died, she like sent a psychic message to Krieg that was like, I'm not going to be around for much longer. Everything is going to be okay. And then he comes in as like, where is the beautiful meat bicycle?
Oh geez, no, don't call her that.
I don't know how Krieg talks. I didn't play him. I just heard Jordan yelling as him. Although there were those holotapes that you could find in Borderlands 3 that talk about how Krieg was becoming normal.
Getting closer, yeah.
Was that what it was called?
Huh?
Was that what it was called? Getting closer, or?
No, he was getting closer to being normal.
Oh, okay, yeah. Eat my pizzelles. You don't like him? I'll eat it if you... They're just waffle cookies. He's done Ash's Muck, Kingler Primate, Pidgeot, Brock's Vulpix, Pix, Misty's Politoed. I forgot she had a Politoed. Jesse's Lickitung. Nothing wrong with waffles at all, Hero.
Who doesn't like waffles?
No one. Lizzie just tried this, like, I like these little cookies. I think they're Italian, called pizzelles or pizzales.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a flat waffle cookie. I love them. Lizzie cannot stand the taste of them.
Okay.
So she came into the office eating one and like looked depressed and it's like, I forgot I don't like them.
Well, yeah.
And that's the thing, they're not a for everyone. I like them because they're sweet, but they're not like hyper sweet. So I can eat a bunch of them and not feel bad. She's been back on Outer Worlds.
Okay.
Because with the new DLC coming out, she wanted to reacquaint herself with it. Hello.
Well, that's good.
What are you here for? Oh, the boy. Did you bring cookies? This gun is huge.
Yeah, I'm still not even to the waist yet. We're still working on the waist.
The waist is a lot, I will say that much.
It's only 1 page wide.
I know, but there's a lot of moving parts in it. And I will recommend, after having done it, I will recommend not putting the pegs in on the legs until you attach them to the legs first. So like the leg pegs, don't put them into the waist. Put them in.
Go legs first, then waist, instead of waist and then legs?
Yes. Because I put them in first, and then it was like hard to push in and up at the same time with the leg. Whereas if you put them...
had the same problem with Greymon, actually.
Oh, was he this way?
Similar.
Oh, I need to make 2 of these at the same time. Yay. I was like, maybe this is just the base of the gun sword. No, it's one of the swords.
I have to see if there's any spots left on this. I think I might have gotten everything out, but it's a big sheet. I don't want to... I wish the instructions would tell you when you finish a sheet.
That would be nice. You want to try a resin conversion kit? What is that, hero?
Yeah, I'm interested. What is that?
Sounds dank as hell.
I mean, it sounds like converting something to resin, but that doesn't exactly clear up a lot of questions.
I assume it's like casting something in resin, maybe. Like when you make dice, but who knows? I don't even know how to make dice.
How do I not know what that is, Blight Me? Very easily, actually. I'm very good at not knowing things.
Kamiblade, what are you doing? My best.
Mood.
Very mood, actually.
That is very mood. Oh no, this is not my first kit. I have a whole stack of them in my closet.
This may be my 20th kit, actually.
Oh, you've got more than me at that point. Let's see. I've got high grade Wing 0 with the feathery wings. High grade Death Scythe Hell. Or sorry, master grade for both of those, not high grades. Master grade. Master grade Sandrock from Endless Waltz.
He has a type.
Custom. Huh?
He has a type. Let's see if you can figure it out.
Then I have high grade Ale Strike, real grade Strike Freedom. Just finished the War Greymon Amplified kit, which was pretty cool. What else do I have up in the closet? I've got one more up there.
What's the hand grenade, or did you already talk about the hand grenade?
That's real grade Strike Freedom.
That's Strike Freedom, okay.
And then I've got Master Grade new Gundam. That's the one I was forgetting.
That's the one with the pylons, right?
Yeah, the bit system. So it's not my first one. I've done some, but I will never say that I'm an expert at this, definitely.
It's like all hobbies. We can only get better.
No. Do I enjoy it? Yes. Am I going to pretend that I'm, some amazing kind of figure at it? Nah.
Panda with the Who's That Pokemon.
B&D.
Family barbecue going well.
Fin funnel equipment type, yeah. Yeah, because they're not quite the same as Rose Gundam's bit system.
Rose Gundam was from G, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know it had a bit system.
It does have a bit system. It's not, like I said, it's not exactly the same as New's
Pylons.
funnel system.
Yeah.
Fannel? Fin fannel equipment type?
Oh, because like it does turn into a fan, right? Or it can fan out. Is
Yeah,
Kitty, while it has...
My apologies.
It's a kitty that can't have its egg obtained.
Ditto. I mean...
Every cat girl waifu.
That's gross, dude.
Anyway.
Listen, that's not allowed.
Moving on.
Funnel was retconned. Okay. It was retconned to funnel or retconned away from funnel?
Hot and aggravated from the heat. Well, that's good. Not the aggravated part. That's not good. It's a kitty, and while it has 30,000 to 31,000 steps hatch rate, it cannot have its egg obtained.
I have absolutely no idea.
I know, like, I actually don't really either. Some of these are actually really tough.
You're getting some mean people in your chat here recently.
Well, this is Panda.
Oh, so it's the same mean person.
She's allowed to be mean.
I didn't say you didn't deserve it.
Let me think. Is it a legendary? Or how about this? What generation? That's always a fair question, I feel like. I mean, when hasn't years been really tough? That's true. They've all been exceedingly tough.
When the New was launched in '88 as Fin Fannel, it wasn't until 2016 that Fin Funnel was used on an MSIA figure, and the first time Fin Funnel was used on the kit was in 2019. Okay, so it was originally Fannel, and then retconned it to Funnel. Okay.
That sounds like a misprint.
No, it was actually probably, as you said, a portmanteau of fin and of fan and funnel. It was probably intentional. But Americans don't word right.
What was New from?
New is from Char's Counterattack.
The movie?
It's the movie that takes place after, I think, Double Zeta.
So Zeta comes from that universe where Char is in, or Char.
It's the original Gundam, and then Zeta and Double Zeta, and then Char's Counterattack.
Okay.
If memory serves correctly, and I'm sure Blight will correct me here in a moment.
It's a non-legendary and from Gen 6. Which was Gen 6 again? Red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, sapphire, and pearl, platinum, black and white, X and Y. That's a 7. That's a Lola.
Do Black and White 2 count as their own generation?
No, they're all part of Gen 5.
Okay.
Which is really helpful.
I mean, for you.
Yeah, that's clearly a 7. I just can't read. Egg. Unattainable.
Yeah, when you start getting into egg stuff, that's way out of my even remote realm of knowledge.
Is it a Alolan Meowth? Or is it regular Meowth? After black and white Zekrom, or black Kyurem and white Kyurem being a thing, and the Necrozma forms, you don't want Pokemon fusions to be a thing. No, I don't think anyone does. It is not.
I think you might have stumped him for once.
There's been 2 times so far that I've been stumped. Out of like 50. So
fair. I mean, granted, your rate is still better than mine.
Technically the current gen fossils are fusions, yes, but there's nothing I can really say to that. They are mistakes, monstrosities. Although I do kind of like them. They're just very strange. Look at these sharp boys.
This piece just does not.
Oh, I already see where they connect. They just sandwich at the top to form this. Oh yeah, I mean, ironically, Harsh, that's scientists mixing things up and accidentally putting fossils that don't belong together to make dinosaurs. That is most of American history, which is what's hilarious about it.
Yeah, no, really, there's a lot of
that. Do I give up? Yeah. I'm curious to see if this is going to be a hard one. Or
if you're just going to kick yourself for a while.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
What was it?
A mythological Pokemon, not a legendary. Zeraora. The lightning cat that punches things. That is a legendary Pokemon. I know it is qualified not, but oh, that is absolute. Oh, Panda.
I think you're just sour because you lost. Speaking of, what was the other one you lost on? Do you remember?
One was Perugly from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Its head is shaped like a moon. Not the one thing I would have ever used to describe Perugly. And then one of the other ones was just like mean. It was like that one episode of the Pokemon anime where they play Who's That Pokemon, and it's a round ball with no discerning features, and Ash is like, it's a Voltorb. And the guy who's administering the test is like, it's a Jigglypuff, seen from above.
God damn it, Ash. I say we make a mashup game Pokemon Spore, and we DNA manipulate it fighting and holding.
That was Digimon.
It does actually. That actually does kind of sound.
According to the Nintendo, legendary and mythical are 2 different classes. Yeah, Nintendo, but they aren't. Exactly.
I have feelings about this.
It also has a hatch rate, even though you can't obtain its egg. Now, see, that part, I will admit, that part threw me off a lot more than I think it was supposed to. Because if it has a hatch rate, like, it's the same as Heatran, one of the legendary mythological Pokemon from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, having a gender. Latios and Latios too. I think they have a gender.
They do.
Which is like that they can't breed. Much like Nidoking and Nidoqueen, they can't actually breed with each other.
Really?
Yeah. As far as I remember.
That seems dumb.
Well, because, like, there's no chance that you'd get the other one. Although I think that'd be a great mechanic, is, like, they can breed together and you don't know what you're going to get.
Looks like I got some stickers to drop real quick.
Holy crap, this does not want to latch in at all. Oh, there we go. God. Hey, Meg.
I will say the nicest thing that came out of my new toolkit was the tweezers. So nice.
Yeah, I have 2 pairs of tweezers that I like. One is like a bent pair. Like,
Yeah, these are a little...
yeah, those are so much better for stickers.
I used to actually use my fingers and a toothpick.
I know a lot of people that did that. A lot of people still do that. Mythical started being a term in Gen 5 since Mew was just the secret 151st. How is everyone? Doing pretty good. Had lunch already. No dinner yet, but it's still early. I don't remember what we're having for dinner, actually.
Your head's coming off, so I can get...
Oh, chicken fajitas. Very excited about that.
Oh, that sounds good.
I make a damn fine chicken fajita. It's all in the McCormick taco mix. I am not a proud man. You still use a toothpick. Nothing wrong with that. Not sure what Celebi was. I think Celebi is still considered... actually, I don't know. I thought Celebi was a legendary, but I think it's a mythological like that. And I didn't invite you. Well, you know, COVID rules and regulations and everything.
Let's see. There are genders. Gen 2 gender was decided on the attack 4.
Leader, thank you so much for the host. How are you doing today, my friend?
3 to 5 Pokemon's gender is determined by the personality value's lowest 8 digits. Oh. Lazy programmers, huh?
Yeah, harsh. Nowadays, any DLC is a mythical, and it blows. You know, I will admit, even though we all have the ability to go on, well, I guess most everyone, now that I kind of think about it, this might not be a sentence that makes sense, but the ability to go online to download a DLC Pokemon for a game actually has made it easier for me to miss downloading the DLC event, as opposed to when I would be already going out to the area where like a Toys R Us was, and I could just swing by for 5 seconds and, you know, get the card or something like that. Nowadays, I just end up putting it off, like, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, and I don't get it.
Yep, I have done that a couple times too. Way back when I actually used to play.
I gotta get you on board again. Get you in the Pokemania.
Oh, it's
like Hulkamania, only better.
I don't think that's...
Darkrai should not be mythical. Well, yeah, Darkrai should be a legendary because it's like there's part of the game's plot that revolves around it. I guess the same could be said about Celebi. Darkrai as mythical makes sense though. What's this? Celebi is available at Toys R Us for only 2 days, and the closest at the time was 50 minutes away. See, yes and no for me. Like, mine was a town over, but I always knew I was going to be in there at some point with, like, when I was young with my mother going grocery shopping, or when I was older and just driving around because I was a teenager and that was the cool, hip thing to do. Did I miss who's that Pokemon? I know you redeemed it. Oh, the first Pokemon ever seen. In the anime... Actually, that's a hard one. The first Pokemon ever created was Rhydon. I think the first Pokemon ever seen in the show is Gengar or Nidorino, because it mimics the beginning of the Red and Blue game. It's how you knew I grew up in a small town when the thing to do was drive around. It's true. Guilty is charged. Oh, no, she never drove me there. I would walk over there from, like, the local Walmart. There was nothing unsafe about that. Hey, Fliss, how's it going, man? Howdy, howdy. How are you doing today?
You weren't kidding about that making the legs easier to go in.
Yeah. Like I said, it helps so much. The angle the camera a bit this way.
I gotta figure out where these other stickers go. I've got 2 more greens.
I do too. I actually don't think they are on yet.
No, they probably go on the weapons.
3-hour walk to your nearest Toys R Us. And then they have New York City Pokemon events that pretty much everyone is excluded from. Yeah, those were kind of rough. The first Pokemon ever seen in the anime was, I think, Ash's Pidgey alarm clock? So Pidgey? Enjoying a day off from work? I, too, am enjoying a day off from work. Got some cleaning done. Did some cable management. Watched a couple episodes of our new anime that we're watching.
Which one was that again?
ReZero, Starting Life in a New World.
Okay.
It's actually really interesting. Like, I thought I was not gonna like it because it starts out as the basic isekai anime. Thank you. I did not know the word. But no, it's pretty good.
Let's see if we can get this.
Yeah, Mewtwo.
There you go.
Nice. Look at these boys. Mine definitely has a little bit more color just because of those orange shoulder plates. You've heard good things about it, Aphlis? I love it right now. Like, I was very much on my phone during the first episode, like, it's gonna be so boring, blah, blah. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! And now I really can't look away. Like, it has abducted me. I am being abducted by an isekai. ReZero, was that horror anime? Kind of.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, like, I guess that's a good way to describe it. It's high fantasy. There's magic and lollies and knights and things like that, but because because only lollies are high fantasy. But no, honestly, it's a lot better than I was expecting. We're only 5 episodes in too, because the first episode took like 45 minutes. And I was wondering, I was like, did we miss something? Is this like, is the first episode a movie, or? Because I've no anime that have done that before.
Pikachu was the first scene of the original 151.
In the show?
I don't know. I'm just repeating what Blatemy said. I don't actually know.
I mean, I'll use that as my, I'll use that, oh my god. I'll use that as my answer. Pikachu, it's not Pikachu. Alan Woot, I want to learn sign language. I heard it's handy.
Oh.
That was pretty darn good. You know, I'd applaud that joke, but I don't want to hand you an early win.
Listen. Stop, please.
I can't put my finger on why that's upsetting you.
Stop!
It was worth it for that.
Alright, let's see here.
By the way, how you doing, Alan? A Scarecrow was awarded an honor. He was outstanding in his field. These make me so happy.
I hope Jordan has all of these in his app. His dad joke app.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Harsh. Like, it was a copy paste of the intro from the game, so that's why I thought Gengar or Nidorino. I give up again, Panda. I'm sure this is gonna be some mean answer. What's brown and sticky? A stick.
A stick.
I think we can all appreciate that one.
I feel like there's other answers for that one though.
Oh, there's plenty. Taffy, caramel specifically. Maple wood. Maple syrup. Oop. The very first Pokemon you see that moves in the anime is Charizard. Okay. Give me the process behind this answer.
Yeah, like, I need to know a little bit more about this.
Because if we're talking, like, now that you've said it, my only thought is, like, did you mean that moves in the intro of the anime that is a clip from the actual anime? Oh no, Alan! You're working today. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you have a good day. I hope wherever you are, it's not too difficult, because people can be really rude out there on holidays. You have my sincerest condolences for whatever it is that you're doing. IT guys have it bad. We know a couple of those, don't we, Ben?
I'm blessed today that my particular IT job does not care. Does not necessarily need to be active today.
Enjoy yours too, Alan, whenever you get a chance.
Yes, please do.
Alright, so we have clarification. The Japanese anime opening. The very first Pokemon shown is Charizard. So anyway, where are you at on your build?
I'm just about to start weapons.
I'm gonna fume from that one for a little bit. Okay, that one was kind of good, Panda. Like, that was one of those that I would have never gotten or never figured out, but I mean, that one kind of for a good reason. I built this, and where does it even go? Oh, I need to make 2 of those. That's why. You said the very first, so it would have had to been when it first came out and what was Japan. You know, in the end, that makes sense. Doesn't mean I like it. And honestly, I've actually never watched the Pokemon anime in Japanese. So I don't even know, but $5 minutes. Okay, what? We can close it. We're so close to finishing. I kind of want to finish, but we'll close the. I'll pop out and see them when they get there. How about that? We have
What's going on?
We have surprise family coming up. Well, we didn't know if it was actually going to be happening. Because they didn't give us a time until they were 5 minutes away. Most people don't think about it because they watch the US opening. Honestly, yeah, that's what I was thinking, though. Is like, I don't remember that I didn't know that the Japanese anime opening was different than the American opening.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that either. Pokemon Season 1 opens with Mewtwo and Mew. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you know they're going to add camping to extreme sports because it's that one I like.
It's intense.
It's intense. And then the big boobed James episode. I actually remember that episode though. Like I've seen that one. And it's not really as bad as people make it out to be. I don't think I even realized that as a kid that that's what was going on.
I don't even think I remember the episode you're talking about.
So I think it's the one where Tentacruel attacks the city. They built Kids WB many years ago built it as the lost episode of Pokemon. There was like a beach contest that Ash's mom was in, and I think Professor Oak was the judge.
Okay.
It didn't do any favors to that whole theory. The ep was dubbed and James and the boob stuff was cut out. I think it might have been for later releases. I can't remember if it was at the very beginning, because it was also by 4Kids. 4Kids is known to be iffy on what they censor.
Inconsistent at best.
Man, do I love 4Kids though. The Yu-Gi-Oh dubs were some of my favorite. It is implied that I am being punched. I mean, that was a Yu-Gi-Oh abridged joke, but it still stands. So I love that, like, my weapon is kind of a bow.
Oh, do you have a bow too?
Yeah, mine turns into like a Gatling gun bow mode. The one where they put Misty in a bathing suit and Oak was judging her. That's what people made fuss over, sexualizing a minor. Is Misty even a minor in the Japanese version? Is Ash only 10 in America? I feel like that's absolutely something that the USA would do. Oh, jeez. That episode just gets better and better the more I'm hearing about it.
Wait, I can't reach your chat right now. Who's saying what now?
That Boob app had a lot of jokes of Japanese guys being pervs. That stuff was not why you're not into anime as much. That one episode is really?
I ate.
And I need... What are those? Did I miss a step? Oh, I did.
Oops.
I was supposed to make 2 of these. That explains that.
Shit, I'm glad you said that, because I just realized I need to make 2 of what I'm working on now, too. I mean, not that I would get too much further without the other one, but...
It's a good thing you can learn from my fumbles.
I've learned a couple times from your fumbles.
That's...
In this build specifically.
She's a minor in the Japanese version. Oh, she's not in the Japanese and is in the US, but America has beauty pageants that were doing the same thing. I mean, yeah. Yeah, they do.
Just made a different mistake.
A different mistake, you say?
Yeah, there's a... On the tactical arms, the rail, I attached it the wrong way.
You have a rail?
Yeah, a little bit of a rail.
I have one that goes like,
I also realized I was doing my parts over here next to my body, which means no one can see anything going on.
been there.
I should really just twitch this camera. See more of my Assassin's Creed t-shirt.
Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, it's an old one from what's the name of the store?
Hot Topic?
No, GameStop.
Oh, GameStop. We have a question. Why am I building 2 models at once?
Wizard magic.
Wizard magic.
Oh, why? Sorry, no, that doesn't answer the question.
Why? Just because Ben and I have wanted to do this together for a while, but we live in separate states.
We keep coming up with ideas for dual stream stuff, and we've been trying to come up with ways to do it. And this just so happened to be
An easy first test.
an easy first test. I hope we get to that other thing.
I do too. I've been wanting to play that one for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a quick break. Be right back.
Well, I'll be here. Give me a chance to catch up. Now, if he finishes today, I'll just finish mine up off stream. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't have nearly the production value of Mr. Chocobos over there. Just a guy that enjoys doing shit. Wonder if Colin's family all showed up all right when we didn't need that. That's what happens. Family's lovely though. Honestly, I don't blame them at all. My family just progressively gets a little more further away, which is fun. Love them to death, but ain't. bad I don't have stream points for people to toss posture checks at me. Oh boy, I'd be getting in trouble today. Oh. C and O, L. No, let's do one piece at a time. O should be close to where I'm at. K, two L's. And O. I'll dig out C next. Which is the bottom of this pile. That's better. $25. Oh, there we go. Lines up right there. Aha. That looks like half a blade. Go. Take a second to stretch. Whose message? Anybody interesting?
Target acquired. Target acquired.
Alright. What's next up? Twice more with LNC. 21 and 22. And 23 on the other side. Okay, good thing I looked. So what are you up to right now, Blight? Sitting around listening to people? Looks like everyone ducked out. That's okay. Okay, I didn't leave myself muted like I want to do on occasion. So I need L, I, and O. hear him moving around out there. Still need. Oh. Which is. 13, 14. Yeah, Colin says he'll be back here soon. Just in case everyone thinks he's rude, which by the way he is, and you should think he is. But no, seriously, he'll be back here in a couple minutes. Should probably hop over to his channel and actually say that. Ugh. Get this piece stuck in here. TV Chocobos. There we go. That didn't sound good. See, I keep telling Colin he needs to. He should let you guys know. He's usually good about it. No, I was telling him we needed also live at banners. But that didn't happen yet. That's fine, we'll get there. That's okay, I'm just trying to catch up on my pieces. He's a little bit ahead of me. Or he was. Yep, maybe I'll make my own here and send it over to him later in the week. But I'm on my laptop and I don't normally... My laptop is not designed for streaming much except this, so I really need to do some more configuration over here. Little booster dudes. Two of those. Bunch of bow parts. What's this guy here? Oh. Oh, I don't have a $20,000 gaming laptop. No, I think it's like a... What model is this? I know it's an XPS. I don't remember what the official model name is for this guy. This is a... Nope, it's not even written here. I know it's a Dell XPS model. But I think I spent somewhere between 6 and 8 on it several years ago. It does what it needs to, which is let me play games at my parents' house. Whenever the mandatory, family get-togethers occur. I can play Final Fantasy on it, and that's about all I need. I mean, it does a little extra than what I absolutely need. Obviously, I'm still streaming off it, but it's not, it gets done what needs to be done. Okay. 14 and 12. I was liking this soundtrack until just about now. That was ear splitting. Oh. Still managed to fuck up the instructions. Good job, Ben. Surprise, order matters. Seven, 8, and 12. Yeah, no. I'm very happy with the, I think, half terabyte that this came with. I think I've got 16 gigs of RAM. But like I said, all I ever use it for is just, I go to my parents' place and I don't want to be entirely without games. And their internet's not entirely good, so I have to, make up with a better laptop. Though I imagine we're going to be quitting soon, because I think his original goal was to build until 4, and then we had to push things back to 1:30 start time, so probably wrap this up here soon with these parts. Come on, I know you line up. There we go. Of course, I think the last of my steps are just like assembling a whole bunch of things. The last couple. $28 gigs, yeah. How much do I have storage space-wise? I'm actually curious now. I've got 1/4 terabyte, actually. Granted, it's also 2/3 full. So, oh. But yeah, no. If you're gonna do that kind of heavy lifting, don't do it on a laptop. Unless this laptop is specifically designed for LAN parties, like, I see no reason why you should have a laptop with that much power in it. Yeah, I know that feeling, definitely. I won't show you my work laptop because A, that would be, against the rules of my job, but also it looks exactly like what you're describing. Like half the screen is documents and shortcuts, and it ain't pretty. Yeah, well, yeah, I have no defense, sorry. Sorry, Panda. No defense whatsoever for living like that. I live like a slob, at least as far as my work laptop's concerned. I'm just used to having to, it's mostly just I'm used to having to send people things, so having it all on my desktop means it's all in one spot and I don't have to go looking for it. But I suppose I could, just put it there. Not that it would make it that much cleaner. That doesn't work once. It's not a big deal then. Yeah, no. There's I think a total of like 6 icons on my desktop, on the desktop of my desktop that I normally use. And I think this one has like 4. And frankly, I think I could delete 3 of them and be okay with it. I just keep hearing him walk through the background of his house.
Yep. I was walking through the background of my house. I'm back. I'm sorry, Harsh. It was a bit of a long break. We had the in-laws stop by, and I didn't want to be rude. I wanted to give them as much, time as I could.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, he's back now.
And I was talking to Lizzie. I didn't want to stop the stream because there's not enough for us to warrant doing this next week on Sunday. Like, we're on weapons, which is like the last hurrah. Yeah. I usually speed through weapons. So I'm ready to...
I've got 6 pages left to go of just weapons. But no, Panda was mad. No, Panda wasn't mad. But Panda brought up a point, though, that I made last week that you didn't tell them that I was live.
Oh! I thought you advertised for that during game night.
I'm for the Sunday stream.
Yeah, but
no.
During Cab game night, we said that you were going to be live on Thursday.
It's not Thursday, dude.
Oh, you mean today?
I mean today.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is my bad. That is absolutely 100% Colin be damned. You see my Who's the Pokemon game chat? No. You did redeem a Who's That Pokemon. You have to keep guessing Pokemon as you guess Mon. I'll keep giving you vague hints as you guess them. Okay. What about... Oh, you were sick on Cab Night. That's right. So that might be why. Maybe that was why we didn't know off the top. All right, Harsh, I'm gonna start guessing. Oh, and sorry, Ben, what?
But no, you and I had talked about, I think, a quick,
the mutual live banner.
Putting a little banner down at the bottom corner.
Yeah.
We should knock that out this week.
I have something I want to put together for that. Something that's more like organic.
Okay. And I won't bother you about it again.
Oh no, you definitely bother me. Because as you know, I am King Forgetful.
You're what now?
I am King Forgetful.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
Yes.
I've already forgotten.
I am king. That's all you need to know. No, I'm just very forgetful. The only hints he'll give you is the Pokemon is from Gen 3, and you'll tell me if I'm hot or cold. Manectric. Or wait, should I let you pick a Pokemon first? That's
hot
what?
Or cold? That's gonna be a rough game there, man.
Gen 3 is not that difficult, though, to think on. You already picked them on. Okay, so then, yes, I got, Manectric. Oh, I found out where my long green stickers go. They're like cameras, I think. I think that's usually what green...
Yeah, green is usually some kind of scanner or camera.
For the longest time with some of my kits, I was like, how do they hold the gun up to their eye, as a sniper? How do they see? And then I realized it's cameras.
It's cameras.
It's all cameras.
Just have to triangulate between, the different images you're seeing.
Manectric, too big, cold. Too big is in drawn or too big is in terms of actual height? That's a very good question. Let's see. Manectric is cold. How about Swalot? The king of the biggest boys.
Oh, I see. That's where those go. I
As in
moved forward.
hide. Swalot is also cold. Okay.
So somewhere between those two.
Is it a Gen 3 specific Pokemon, or is it a Pokemon
That appears in Gen 3.
that appears in the 3rd gen? Yeah, like Zubat. What is our plan once we finish these kits? I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. Like, what's the next kit we want to build?
I mean, I'd love to do more kits, but I feel like we'll probably drop back into Crystal Chronicles or
Terraria, or what is it we played? Also,
Warframe.
Warframe, yeah.
Warframe did just have a big drop, so
Maybe have this as like a once every other month, or once every other month, or once a quarter kind of thing.
yeah,
Depending.
I just need. I'm trying to save up for a house, so I gotta.
Same. And a
careful
car.
about well, I do have 3 new kits coming. I think they're in January right now.
That's far off. Alright, so it is a Pokemon that was introduced only in Gen 3. Poochyena. I wish I could draw a blank on that panda, but like I'm very since I'm racing through Gen 3 with Noob right now, I actually have a lot of like in my head I know a lot about Gen 3.
Not necessarily know a lot about Gen 3, just have a lot of Gen 3 on your mind.
That too. This Pokemon does not chase the professor's cold. Ludicolo. The best boy.
The professors?
So in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, the professor is chased at the beginning of the game by a Poochyena.
Oh. Which generation? 3? Oh, I didn't play it. That's why I don't remember.
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
I haven't played that. I stopped playing at Silver, and then started playing again Diamond Pearl.
They are both always happy. Warm. Okay. Getting somewhere. Oh.
J and K.
It's always happy. Warm. Wait, I don't think I'm understanding that correctly, Harsh. They are it always happy? Oh my god, what is this weapon? This would make no sense IRL. This Pokemon is always happy. I'm getting warmer. Okay. Skitty. Skitty Sprite is always smiling. Not based on a cat. But it's a Pokemon that's always happy. Spheal. Pepini? That's Gen 4.
Was it? Shit.
That would be a good one, though, because it's literally about being happy.
I mean, like I said, I skipped Gen 3. So to me, all Gen 3 Pokemon are Gen 4.
Yeah, that's true. Your 3rd generation is that. Oh my god, I'm attaching the weapons, all the pieces, and it's insane. This is
That's okay. I'm getting there. Starting to assemble mine as well.
This is crazy. It can clap, but this Pokemon is not a ball. Cold. Oh my god. I could wield this as an actual knife.
Right.
Like,
oh, that's sweet.
Look at that. It looks like I should be playing it like the Dragon Zord dagger.
Oh, that didn't go all the way through. That's why
How about...
There we go. See, that's as far as I've gotten.
You're about the same as I am, though, I think. Or do you have a middle section?
I think I have a middle section.
Okay.
Because mine turns into a bow, remember?
Yeah.
This actually looks like a Nerf bow right now.
Alright, so I'm at the display stand. That's gonna be great.
Oh, you're ahead of me then.
I thought I had a little bit more. The weapon looks like it's incomplete.
Did you skip a page?
No, I don't think so. I feel like I would know. Okay, so it's always happy. It can clap, but it's not a ball. Ralts. It's the emotion Pokemon. Oh, hey, I need that screw finally. That one bag. I mean, Panda, I'm still the one that needs to guess, so if you say it, I will take it into consideration. Made it more animal-like, I'd be close, but it's the same size. Corfish. Okay, no pincers. I will save that one, Panda. That one does feel like it could be it, but I also don't... I'm trying to remember. He said
You'll be mad.
Well, I want to make sure I'm the one who figures it out. So I'm gonna hold on to it in my back pocket until I am sure that I've exhausted many of my options. You know what I'm saying? And Harsh, don't tell her if she got it right. You know, you don't have to do that because I want to still figure it out.
Hi, Dusty. Wait, I could actually do a Dusty Cam real quick.
Dusty Cam.
Dusty Cam. Come here, webcam. Meow.
Hi, boy. Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
That's all you get today, though.
That's fair.
He's a pretty boy.
He's pretty boy. So regal, so elegant. What ugly mug? All I see is the face of a winner.
He's definitely a lap cat, which is a weird thing to me.
Were you not a lap cat person?
No, but not all cats are lap cats,
Oh, I getcha. I getcha.
and like he's gone out of his way to be a lap cat sometimes. So
What about? Snowrunt. I think Snowrunt has hands. He might be able to clap.
is he always happy?
He's always freezing, but he's an ice type, so hypothetically.
I am excited to finally get to play Galaxy.
Oh yeah, on the
Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah.
I'm really excited just for Sunshine and and not HD, but like I guess what it is upscaled or something, but I mean either way.
Yeah, it's the same thing they did for Dot Hack.
It's portable Super Mario Galaxy. I can't be too picky.
I did play a little bit of Sunshine way back in the day.
I didn't know you played Sunshine.
Yep. My grandmother had a GameCube.
I think it has nothing to do with the game, just needs to be said. Frostlass is the best design ever. Frostlass is a pretty great design. Is it Zigzagoon?
Sorry for anyone watching my stream and actually hoping to actually see. Where is the redeem Dusty some love channel point thing? I don't.
Oh, he's right
have
there.
channel points.
He's right behind you though. So they're getting a free
So
Dusty
is-
cam.
I can reach back and give Dusty some love though.
You got
Yeah,
someone
I'll
wanting to
give-
give Dusty some love.
Yeah, Panda wants me to give Dusty some love. He's so cool. Meow. Meow.
Single type, but not the same one. Cold.
He really wants his food. He keeps looking. Dusty, there is food in your bowl.
Uh.
In fact, the people in the stream can see that there is food in your bowl.
Yeah, man.
The
I
bowl
don't know
is
what to
full.
tell you. I love the
'cause it's
little
healthy.
water fountain though.
Oh yeah, he had some urinary trouble, and one of the suggestions was get him a water bowl, and surprisingly, it actually helped a lot.
Like a moving one like that.
Yeah, it changed right away. He started drinking a lot more water.
Oh, maybe. Oh, because it plays, basically. It's something he can look at and.
It seems less stale, I think, is really the. No, Panda, right about now is when I would get out his dry food, in the next, 45 minutes. And he does not like the medicated food that we have purchased for him. And he is proving to be a little pain about it.
Picky.
I mean, I don't blame him. I, too, would complain about medicated food.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine, especially if it's for urine.
Probably doesn't taste too bad.
Unless it tasted like cranberry, then it would taste pretty good. Bayonet. It's a single type. It's got hands. It always looks happy because it's eating your soul, but whatever. Right?
Not sure that's how that works, but okay.
Makes total sense.
J8, J11.
Similar shape, wrong everything I kind of want to...
Well, if you don't get it by the end of the stream, I want to know what the answer is.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully I'll get it by the end.
But hopefully you get it by the end of the stream, and we don't have to have that problem.
Why not? Why not?
I heard the gears turn on that one.
Like, how could I make a joke about this? I don't know if Why Not has hands, does he? He just has a... It is a happy Pokemon, similar size, warm. Damn it, I actually kind of thought that would be it.
I mean, don't use me for any help, because...
You don't know the generation.
I'm just... Exactly!
Slackoth. The me Pokemon.
No, I thought that was me.
No, you're the Slack King.
Ha!
And then Austin is, I would say the Vigoroth, but I think he's kind of in the same boat we are. Tired old men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see he's still playing as much Final Fantasy as he is. Worried he's going to get burned out, though.
Yeah, I need to start playing a little bit more frequently than I have been recently.
I know there's a couple things I need to finish, so...
We need to get you caught up with
Eden.
Puppets.
And,
Puppets Bunker.
Yeah.
Even.
All those fun things. Pokemon is based off an animal, however, it is much more mobile. Cacnea. No, Cacnea is not based off an animal, though. Oh well, Cacnea.
Yeah, maybe you'll still get some clues that you're looking for. Bright light in my phone. Okay, looks like Meow.
Similar size, but rest is different. Damn it.
Okay. So, 8.
Oh, that's how it becomes a flight unit. That's so weird. Oop. That fell right out. Well, it's not necessarily that you stumped me harsh, but yeah, like this one is kind of rough.
That and the hot and cold is not necessarily a good way to do this. I think that's providing an extra confusion to it all.
At the end of the day, I could try and look up Gen 3 Pokedex, but where's the fun in that? So this stand is not even really for him. It's for his
Weapon.
Yeah, it's for his weapon, so the stand can't even work with him. kind of hoping it could.
I think it can, actually. Just keep following the instructions. I think there's an instruction later for...
I want to make sure I can do something cool with the weapon, though. How's this work? These come out. None of your no, I believe you that none of your hints have been lies, but question is, yeah, some have been vague. No kidding. That piece. He says that.
Now, if we get to a point and you need to hop off so you can go have wife time, that's fine. We can finish up off stream. That's okay with me. If it comes to that.
Yeah, I did decide I'm not going to stream tonight. I thought about it, but I think I'd rather just, if we don't have D&D tomorrow, I think I'd rather just stream tomorrow. So, but those are where those pieces come. So, I'll have plenty of wife time tonight. Got a dip having people over for a movie night. Hey, man. No worries. Have a good night. And, of course, for all the support. Hopefully we get to see you be affiliate here in a little bit. Have a good night, hero. Thanks for popping in.
Look at this claw.
God, that is intimidating as heck.
I'm not even... The sword blades are still sitting over here. I'm not even to that part yet.
Okay, so I guess this is my base mode.
Oh, your chain gun?
Yeah. And now I just gotta figure out where I put my hands. Oh, on the, wait, no, what? That makes no sense. Oh, like that. In their hand peg. Hand peg peasant. Oh, that does not wanna. That is gonna be hard. There, kind of looks like that. I can't get the hand attached, but it's pretty cool. And then I've got effect parts too. I gotta figure out where to put those.
Is this?
You missed Full Metal Optimus Guarantee Cut Up Your Hands Prime. I don't think I ever had that figure growing up. He sounds like a pain though.
It sounds like a fun figure. Oh, there we go.
Remember when Megatron transformed into a gun? Only all the time. That was the best Megatron.
Oh, here we go. Putting my knife together. Finally.
These swords are weird, though. Spears grip from underneath. Oops, there goes a thumb.
I haven't even got to that part yet.
Well, how about this for a question then on the guns?
They do look like they're probably going to, but
They look like this.
yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah, that's really strange.
I'm attaching mine to my main piece right now.
Beast Wars Optimus Prime when he was that two-colored metal ape. Oh my god, I loved Optimus Primal. I didn't know he was a metal toy. Okay, that's pretty sick. Just...
Jesus, looks like something straight out of Power Rangers.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. Oh, it gets actually going to get even better here in a sec.
Here.
Yeah, right. They look like the Dragon Dagger from the Green Ranger, I think.
Yeah, it definitely pulls that. Oh, I've still got a piece to put on.
Wait, do these effect parts mash together to form like 3D? Oh my god, they do. Oh my god. Oh god, Ben.
Check this out.
Okay, that's actually really impressive. That's way more impressive than what I've got.
Actually, this is really cool.
All these kits are just so cool.
I have never been sad with a master grade kit. I've had some that let me down a little bit, but of course, this weapon is literally taller. Yeah, let me see if I turn him. Literally taller than the mech.
Oh yeah, no, the Astray, for being, what is it, Hero said, or someone in chat said once, they're basically civilian units.
It's a civilian unit, yeah.
These are geared to hell for a civilian unit.
Oh, that comes off. Gotta remember that.
Was it something on his back skirt?
No, there's little fins built into the,
Oh, yeah.
those little fins. They come up, but don't go too far.
You know, every picture I've seen doesn't really show anything different with those fins, except when he's in flight mode. Some really nice, clear red effect parts. There's a hospital bill waiting to happen. The chest part was so sharp you cut your hand on it. Oh my god. See, I do love that optimal, that big orange one. I think was what, Optimal Optimus?
Yeah, I think so.
It was such a stupid name.
I've got 2 more swords to build. I just need to take a brain break. That was N0 go to? I feel like I might have missed a piece.
I do love that my engine is a rocket thruster. And yes, Panda, I know the guessing game. I just was getting the kit finished up. Harsh, if you're still there, how about... God, I actually don't know. I feel like I'm guessed out on all the Pokemon it could be.
Oh, I definitely should have put this part somewhere, but where? This is gonna bother me.
That's not gonna stay on well at all.
There, that's where I missed it.
What'd you miss?
I missed a part. I was like, no, this part should not be left on this sheet.
Oh, that weird gun part?
Oh no, it's a little ring that goes on the front of it. Goes on the front of the gun part.
Oh, like a barrel.
I missed it pages ago.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this just doesn't feel like it's gonna stay on his back, though. That's the one downside.
Oh, that fits so much better together. I was like, no, there's no way this sheet's got anything left in it.
Wow, this guy's gonna be a stand kit for sure.
Yeah, I might have to actually go out and order another kit.
I had one stand left, and it's the clear action base one, the big one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna probably use that. Because oh, like look at this kibble all over his back. It's held on by a thing that does like it comes off that easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm kind of upset about that it's. You think no one cares and you're no longer alive? Try missing a couple car payments. Ugh. That's depressing, though.
Alright, sword time.
God, it's just such a beautiful kit now that I see it up close. So long as you own a car, someone does care. I think it's more than that.
I don't know.
Well, the few boxes I'm also going to end up keeping. I'm going to put one sticker on it. Where does that go?
That's where that goes. Okay, this reminds me of Centurions.
With
Can't
the
really-
giant thing on the back.
I've just got him attached to his back.
Yeah.
Oh, jet off into space. Ew. That's so dumb. Can't wait till I can get it in the alternate mode, but I think I need a couple more pieces done. Okay. These cute. Honestly, I thought about doing the weapons off stream,
Yeah.
but because I was really craving some figures, but managed to just stick to panel lining some stuff.
It's a very interesting sticker to place. I don't know why I chose this one. The actor who played Beast Wars Starscream never had a sore voice after doing the Starscream Terrorize. Well, because he only did the Beast Wars Starscream for like 2 seconds. Starscream was only ever in one episode.
Really?
Oh yeah, in Beast Wars? He took over Waspinator for a little bit, but like that was it. There, that's the only sticker I put on. That's exactly how the thing said to do it.
Which sticker did you put on?
It's MBF-PO3R Gundam Astray Blue Frame 2nd Revision. And it's just on the shoulder. Here, I'll,
I can't quite see it because your camera's...
Yeah.
That's fine, I'm not worried about it.
But yeah, you see how it
I'll
weirdly goes like...
You'll take some pictures later, I'm sure.
Oh god, yeah. Starscream? Are you sure you weren't thinking of Swoop? Or Dinobot? Or Waspinator? Maybe it was Waspinator.
This is right. Got some gold parts to work with.
Oh, in Beast Wars 2. I don't think anyone ever truly watched Beast Wars 2.
Is that the one with Leo Convoy?
Leo Convoy. Best convoy. These are the water decals, which I am not trifling with.
Not today.
Not ever. I would rather just have some shoddy sticker on little parts as opposed to water decals.
No, you were talking about your Omnimon, how you wanted to do some of the parts over, like, with paint.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say with War Greymon, there are some spots that I would like to do that as well.
Where do you have?
He's got some stuff on his back. On
the
crest.
shield and the crest.
Yeah, that I think would look better with like a shiny shiny white paint instead of the stickers. Now the stickers did place really nicely.
Yeah, and that's the one
So-
downside is like the stickers do place well usually, but a lot of times they are not fun. You got really lucky. You watched it during the brief 15-minute break you got while studying. Yeah. Yeah, like I honestly don't know many people that watched Beast Wars. Or Beast Wars 2, rather. Leo Convoy.
I'll be honest, I'd like to go back and watch Beast Wars and Beast Machines, but
Well, I can tell you where to watch Beast Wars. I can send you a link and you can watch it while you work.
I might take you up on that offer.
It aged really well. I mean, the CGI is shite, but you know. I'm gonna do all my clipping of this guy and all the extra parts sometime this week. But Beast Machines, for some reason, is not on there, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So that's like I'm still trying to find a good spot to watch Beast Machines.
Let's see, this is what I've got so far.
Oh, you still have a whole...
I still have a whole sword to put together.
Oh.
And the stand.
Wow.
Yeah, if we want to cut though, that's fine. I can finish this up.
I mean, if you want to, it's just the show. Why don't you complete one katana? I kind of want to see one come together real quick.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me finish the other sheath because I think the sword's the next thing. So the two swords are actually different, but it's under the. There's a spot where they're different. You can't tell. I forget what the particular metalworking term is, but he actually has two different katanas.
By the way, can yours arms turn? Mine don't really turn. They like are sandwiched into.
He's got a little bit of range of motion. Okay. Distracted me for a second.
Yes, sorry. Swords.
Swords. I don't think I can get my camera to focus right, but let's see if I can.
Oh my god.
Nah. You can't see them because my camera sucks, but there's Japanese emblems. Can I get
On the hilts.
any focus? Yeah, you can kind of see where they are. But there
Yeah.
are two sets of emblems. When you're in person, or I'll take pictures later for the stream,
Yeah.
or for the Discord, but
That's pretty cool.
yeah, give me a minute, I'll get one of these done.
Yeah, these both look really dope. Like,
I think they both turned out nice.
I'm gonna do mine. Oh yeah, I am too. Harsh, are you still there? Everything broke. Might find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
All right. I was gonna say, have we finished your quiz yet?
I think I got into talking about something else and didn't actually get to do it, and so I don't know if Harsh is still here. Oh god. Yeah, you were right, by the way. Those fins don't they don't like to stay on.
I had to push them in real deep to get them to actually stick.
Thought I did too, but
I thought I did too, but I went back and gave them a good
Yeah.
shove and actually heard them tick.
should be good now.
Alright, just give me a minute. I'm almost there through a katana.
Some areas I know for me are still not sticking together super great, but I can
Yeah, I
make
still
that
gotta
work.
figure out my V-fin.
But I was gonna say though, while you were doing that, I'm gonna try and pose mine like Thancred.
Oh, with his gun blade.
No, with the multiple knives. Cause I have 2. It's as best I got. Back when he was a ninja or whatever.
Back when he was a ninja, yeah.
Push it, bop it, twist it. Consume it. Destroy it. Build it again.
There you go, buddy.
Oh my god. Those are sick. They're comically oversized, but still.
Let me see if I can get this in the hand. There we go. Claymore in one hand, Masamune in the other.
Seriously.
Actually, let me get the names right. They are Gabera Straight and Tiger Pierce.
Gabera Straight?
Yep, is the one, and Tiger Pierce is the other.
Jeez.
Now, because I can't read Japanese, I can't tell you which is which.
Do they look similar, or do they look different enough?
They are identical, except for the symbols on the metal bit that I was trying to show you earlier.
Darn.
So, like, once they're assembled and sheathed and such, they basically look the same.
God, I can't wait to put this guy on a stand. Cause he's posable as heck.
Master grade tends to be, yeah.
The legs, I think the legs are always what I find more fun to pose. Also, they really should have called this like goalie Gundam. He looks like a goalie in soccer.
Well, that sounds like a... What country would do goalie Gundam from G? What Neo?
Who would have been goalie Gundam? Spain.
Neo Spain?
But they had Toro Gundam, which was incredibly offensive.
You have to wait just a little bit longer, Dusty.
There was a show about actual Valkyries at war with dark forces. I don't know anything that would be similar to that. But yeah, this was a good use of our day, Ben.
I'm gonna finish up mine off stream probably because I think it's a good time for us to.
Yeah, it's dinner time actually. Not for me, I have to cook it, but you know.
Yeah, I'll get around to there eventually. So there's the other one.
I can't wait to... Oh god, those are so pretty. I love them so much.
And they fit very well right into there. I think there's actually handholds so you can pose with the sheath in one... Oh, I just pulled his arm off.
Oh my god.
I think you can... I think there are handholds, though, in the sheath, so you can pose them in one...
You hold it in one and,
Hold in one, draw with the other.
Oh, that's so tasty. Oh my god. I love Gunpla. Ain't gonna never stop loving Gunpla.
I just dropped his thumb.
Yeah, okay, so it wasn't just me then. The thumbs are,
The thumbs on this set are pretty bad.
You know, I don't think there's ever been a set that I liked the hands of, except the high grades, where, you know, they're different hands for different things.
Yep. Give me high grade hands with master grade everything else.
Yeah, for real.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging around.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll Ben and I will be back Wednesday with Cab Game Night, and then do you have a stream this week?
We'll see. I don't know yet.
I will let everyone know for Thursday if Ben does anything. See you all next time.
Bye, guys.